There is a serious shift going on, and it's called the digital industrial revolution. In the next 10 to 15 years, I was just watching an interview between Tony Robbins and Ray Dalio, the most successful hedge fund manager in human history. They did an hour-long interview, and in it, they described that in the next 10 years, 40% of the jobs of the current human workforce will be automated, will be replaced by self-driving cars, by artificial intelligence, by nanotechnology, by all sorts of different concepts. And this will shake up society in a way that nobody is truly ready for. Nobody is truly ready for it. And so you begin to think, you know, lots of industries have been shaken up in the past, but when was the last time that literally all of them at the same time were? Where you have genetically modified humans coming online, as well as a neural network of all of our brains being connected together, and supercomputers that think 1 billion times, one followed by 9 zeros times faster than the human mind. Think about that. That is nuts. And all the cars drive themselves. So everybody who currently drives for Uber, Lyft, taxi companies, school buses, and truck companies are going to be out of work. What do people do when they get out of work? You know, people go crazy. The crime rate drives up. And what happens when all of a sudden there's a 40% tick? And it's not just going to be truck drivers and folks like that. Anybody who does any productivity-based activity that is purely, you know, like basic accounting, and even some lawyer tasks that are all about just filing large sums of information and applying it in the right direction. And some doctors, there's been virtual surgeries. I've seen entire libraries. The University of NC State, the library has a robot that gets all the books and puts them back. I mean, every last little place you look, you'll find reason for humans having to connect into themselves. And here's my suggestion, which I've said in all my videos. The answer is to go within and be introspective into yourself and understand what your true gifts are, because the competitive advantage of the future is not productivity. It can't be. Computers will think 1 billion and 1 trillion times faster than the human mind. The cycles per second are unreal with these new technologies that are coming out. So you can't outthink them, you can't outproduce them, and you can't get a job that's related to just counting the beans. What you have to do is connect to the part of you that cannot be outsourced, that cannot be replaced. You must find the part of you that is limitless and pure gold. My dad taught me when I was growing up. I asked him, because like Alex Rodriguez had just gotten like a $24 million contract. And I was like, Dad, like, people that flip the burgers we eat at McDonald's make like $9 an hour, and this guy's making $24 million a year. Why do people have such radically different sums of money that they make? And he told me something really interesting. He told me that there's like 3 categories of how people make their money. And you know, when you're just doing something because anybody could do it, when you're doing something that you could be trained to do in 30, 40, 50 minutes, they'll pay you minimum wage because you could be replaced. Okay, makes sense. And then when you do something that you've been trained in detail to do, something like engineering or being a doctor or a lawyer or a nurse even, or whatever it is, you know, something that takes going to college and some sort of extended study to accomplish. When you go through that process, you end up, you know, middle of the scale. So then you're tier 2. But then tier 3 or 1, depending on which way you want to look at it, would be doing the things that nobody else can replicate. Meaning, you're the only person that can produce in that way. And, you know, call it a God-given talent, or your innate ability, or what I like to just think of it as is just what's unique comes through you. You know, what, letting your human be your human, and then letting that shine. That gets paid out the wazoo in society if you feed it enough, if you water that gift enough. And even if it doesn't get paid well, it just feels way better. But point is, those are going to be the only jobs left. The jobs of people who are listening to their inner selves and who are being truthful to who they really are and what they really have to bring to the world. And so the reason for this video is that I am not on a mission to further the purpose revolution just to make people feel good about their life. It's also a matter of survival, as the digital industrial revolution challenges our very existence.